decided in this round is that we would approach it somewhat differently and basically create legislation that would authorize municipalities. And again, we felt that given the New Jersey system where municipalities are responsible for all tax collection, tax foreclosure, tax sales, and so forth, it really didn't make sense to include counties. That municipalities could basically designate redevelopment authorities, housing authorities, or county improvement authorities to act as land bank entities, and then enter into an agreement with them to act in that respect. And also, where a municipality had created or designated a private nonprofit corporation to basically be that municipality's agent, if you will, for some type of community or economic development activity, that they could also designate such entities. So, for example, a number of cities have economic development corporations, like Brick City Development Corporation in Newark, and I think Jersey City has one.
We have an economic development.
Yeah. So that such agencies could also be designated by a city to be its land bank entity. So basically the way it would work is that there would be an agreement. It's really designed to be quite simple. And there would be an agreement between the municipality that would be approved by the governing body of the municipality and the governing body of the entity that would make it the municipality's land bank entity. The agreement would lay out any ground rules that the municipality considered necessary and appropriate for the land bank, how the land bank was going to conduct its activities. So, for example, if the municipal council wanted certain forms of oversight or wanted to specify that certain forms of certain procedures would be followed with respect to disposition, these things could be put in the agreement and would be then binding on the land bank entity. Or, of course, the municipality could choose to give the land bank entity complete control over its affairs. Then the land bank entity would be given very broad power to acquire properties. It would be, the municipality would be allowed to designate it as the municipality's agent for purpose of foreclosing municipal liens and carrying out spotlight takings. However, it would not have additional eminent domain powers. The land bank entity would also have the power to dispose of properties without public bidding or without respect to the provisions of the local lands and buildings law. But again, the agreement could specify requirements or procedures for disposition, but the statute leaves it completely flexible. Then the land bank entity is required to do a series of procedural things. Number one, it must adopt written regulations on its disposition policies within 6 months after being established. It must maintain a public register of all properties it owns. And if it's an entity that owns other properties in its other functions, it has to keep them separate. And it has to provide an annual report to the public and to the municipality on all of its activities. And the municipality can terminate a land bank agreement with 1 year notice, at which point properties that have not been part of a transaction, any properties that the land bank has that are not part of an ongoing transaction would revert back to municipal control. The same provisions pretty much are followed with respect to when a municipality contracts with a private nonprofit corporation